Hello. Welcome to Convince the Atheist. I'm your host, Steven, and here's your chance to save a soul. Today I had my creators conjure up what they think the Garden of Eden would look like. Can we get a shot of that? Great. Moving on. So, we're going to be discussing a common contradiction found in the Bible. As an atheist, I don't believe in the divinity of the Bible, but I'm always open to carry arguments from those who do. However, as a critical thinker, I can't help but acknowledge the inconsistencies and contradictions found within its pages. Today we'll be looking at one of the most well-known contradictions in the Bible, so join me as we explore the two different accounts of creation found in both Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. We're examining one of the most well-known stories in the Bible, the creation story. Now, there are many interpretations of the story, but one thing that often gets overlooked is the order in which events are said to have happened. According to Genesis 1, God created light on the first day, followed by the separation of the waters on the second day, and the creation of dry land on the third day. On the fourth day, God created the sun, the moon, and stars, and then on the fifth day, he created the sea creature and the birds. Then, on the sixth day, God created land animals and finally human beings. This is the order in which events are said to have happened in Genesis chapter 1. Now, as a side note, this order of events possesses some problems for those who believe in a literal interpretation of the Bible. For example, how could plants have been created on the third day before the sun was created on the fourth day? As we know, plants require sunlight to survive, so it's hard to imagine how they could have existed without the sun. I know, God can do whatever he wants. But when we look at the order of events in chapter 2, the order of events is different than chapter 1. Here, it's stated that God first created a man, Adam, then the plants, then the animals, and finally the woman, Eve. This directly contradicts the order of events in chapter 1, where plants are created before the humans and animals are created before the humans as well. Moreover, in chapter 2, there's a specific focus on the creation of Adam and Eve, whereas in chapter 1, the creation of humans is described as a collective event with both male and female being created on the sixth day. This inconsistency in the details of the creation of humans raises questions about the accuracy and reliability of the biblical account. Overall, these discrepancies in the order of events between Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2 suggest that the creation story is not a consistent and factual historical account, but rather a collection of symbolic stories and myths. While the creation story is a fundamental part of the Christian faith, it is important to realize the inconsistencies and contradiction within the Bible. As critical thinkers, we must question and examine the validity of the stories we are told, even if they're deeply ingrained in our cultures and beliefs. As always, I invite any Christian viewers to challenge my perspective and offer their own interpretation and arguments. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Convince the Atheist, and as always, let's keep the conversation going.